Chica chica.
Good morning, happy new year. It is officially the first vlog of 2024. I took quite a long break from YouTube and this wasn't even intentional. Things just kind of happened. Baby girl was sick all last week. Today is January 22nd and it's already like the last full week of January. So much has happened this month. I think our family has just been trying to adjust to a lot of new transitions. Baby girl started daycare and want to be together. So baby girl started daycare this year and that was just like a huge change from the last year and a half with her. So it took a lot of time to adjust and we are still adjusting. She actually didn't go all last week because she was sick. So I am bracing myself for a very difficult drop off. Difficult for me and for her. Hey. Hey. I've also been working a lot and it's been really nice. As much as it was a hard decision to have Charlotte go to daycare, in this season, it was a good decision. What are you doing? You're all done? There's some blueberries in here. Blueberry. We're gonna get ready to go. Can you show us what you're reading?
Thank you.
We finally did it and got ourselves an espresso machine. Our coffee has been upgraded this year. Thankfully, I was able to use my credit card points, but it was quite a hefty amount of points. Also, this thing right here has been like a lifesaver last week. I remember like last year in my vlogs, I was using the Nose Frida and that thing just pales in comparison. Charlotte, don't open that. This is the Hydrosense one. The tip is flexible. It comes apart, so it's super easy to wash. So much better of a nose-sucking product. I'm gonna do one last suck, just in case, before she goes to daycare today. Wow, we are back. We have made it to my office, my basement studio. And if this is the first vlog you're watching, I started a stationery brand 4 years ago now. Insane to me that 4 years have passed by, but I currently work out of my parents' basement. It's a great space for me. It's kind of the perfect size right now. I haven't outgrown it yet, but I hope that one day I will outgrow it. This week is the fair market, which means that I am focusing on my wholesalers and hopefully getting some new orders. We're also headed to Edmonton this week. So I'm only here for 3 days and then we're off to visit my in-laws. I'm always going to feel a bit nervous flying with Charlotte. It's 9 a.m. and I guess this is the start of an official 9 to 5 workday. So on Sunday nights / Monday mornings, I like to sit down with my planners and really try to get a bird's eye view of the week ahead. This year I'm using a rifle paper planner. It's a weekly planner, but it's not as intense as like the hardcover ones. It's a little lighter to carry around. And I also like that it folds around like this. And I also have like a monthly calendar. So it's a very thin notebook, soft cover again, but I like it because it just has the month views. This is what I'm using to plan out my products. Because I'm sending Charlotte to daycare, I feel like this immense pressure to not waste my time. And I think this is a good mindset to have. Like every hour counts. And I don't think that means I have to be so consumed with work. I can use that time to exercise or maybe do some meal prep. But whatever it is, I want to be intentional because it's time away from my daughter. Last week I worked on my Valentine's Day stuff and this week I'm designing some new products, getting ready to launch my magnet collection. I'll show you guys more on that later, but time to get planning. I'm so embarrassed because I just filmed my first dancing TikTok for my business account. Saw someone else do it and I just found it very entertaining. Watching her dance and she was like pointing to facts about herself. So I did it too, to Jay-Z's public service announcement songs. I don't know if you want to watch it. It's on my Instagram now and I'm wearing this exact same outfit. I have 2 orders so far. It's Monday morning of the Fair Winter Market and these markets are not that great for me. Fair is a very slow platform for me and it's probably because I'm not upkeeping my catalog. I mean, wholesale in general has been very slow because of the amount of hours I'm putting into it, but I'm hoping that this market kind of is a catalyst for some more retailers. It's very promising that I have 2 so far, and it's Monday morning. This might be all I get all week. That has happened before, so I will let you know how the market ends. For now, I am thankful and packing away. So now that I'm editing this vlog, I can tell you exactly how the fair market ended. And let's just say I was not that busy that week. I did get a few new orders from brand new retailers, which is amazing, and I'm so thankful for that. But it's just so easy to compare yourself to people who are getting literally hundreds of orders from a market. I still actually feel really motivated because I know that there are actions I have not taken yet. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this time lapse. We are back home after climbing. I quickly went to the mall. I had to do some returns, but I picked up something new for Charlotte, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. It's like overalls. They're so cute. They have like these flower details. Actually, I just briefly met up with a friend, Michelle. Got a little apple muffin delivery from her for Charlotte, which is so sweet. Thanks, Michelle. Morning, happy Tuesday. Baby girl is loving her waffles. She's like any one of us. She goes through seasons of liking and disliking different foods, and now she is back on the waffle train. I'm trying to get her to eat more calories. She's been falling off her growth curve, so I am just lathering all the nut butters, all the cream cheeses, adding maple syrup even wherever I can. She is enjoying the peanut butter today, and that's not something she enjoys every day. So the day has started off very strong. Alex is doing drop off today, which means I am having a deep work session at home. And then later this morning, I started counseling with one of my pastors, and I'm looking forward to the conversation because she gave me some homework. Overall, it's a pretty quiet day. Mo? You want me to FaceTime Mo? Okay. So we're using up old beans. I don't think they are the yummiest beans. It is taking so much effort to dial in our machine. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even the worst shots I pull are still so much more delicious than the brewed coffee I was having. I actually really liked our Chemex, but if I could choose between pour over and an Americano, I would always choose the Americano. We're gonna shop around for some new beans. I also feel like Alex and I have slightly different coffee styles. So one of the big things for this year that I want to work on are my systems. And I'm not just talking about work related systems, because I mean, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, at least. Even in our personal life, Alex and I have realized that we don't really have good systems to maintain our life. I always think back to that quote from Atomic Habits. You don't rise to your habits, you fall to the level of your systems. And I think that really changed the way that I view the types of goals I set. Goals, like, they're meant to be aspirational, right? Like the kind of person you want to be. But oftentimes our systems do not set us up for success. So for example, we want to be able to have a clean home most of the time. We found it to be a very reasonable goal because our space is small and we do have time to clean. So we're trying to build a better routine to facilitate just like smaller cleaning moments. So I want to try to clean after every single meal. I'm not going to let her high chair sit with food. I set out some goals that are kind of more fun too. Like, I want to learn how to sew this year. Trying to get on all the wait lists for like community sewing classes. I want to read more books. I actually started reading a lot more last year, and this was like a good night routine habit. I want to try to get through 24 books, only about like 2 books a month. The key to success here is to read things that I want to read. You know, like I had a bunch of books that were on my reading list for so long, and these include like classics, things that I just want to have read for the sake of being able to understand like cultural references and stuff like that. But really, when a book is hard to get through, you're not gonna want to read. And so to foster my love for reading, I started just picking up things that I couldn't put down. Right now, I don't know if it's because it's January, I'm really feeling like the self-help types of nonfiction books. So I'm reading Cal Newport's Deep Work, also reading this book. Alex finished this one last year and he recommended it to me. There's always like one parenting book I'm trying to read. I've been reading Whole Brain Child for like 6 months. I'm just never in the mood for it. So doing the Bible reading plan with my church. And this year we are doing Gospel Coalition's 2-year Bible reading plan. So far so good. I like that it doesn't jump through so many books. And I know in the past I did mention that I enjoyed that way of reading, like doing an Old Testament, a gospel, a wisdom book, etc. I think this is just cleaner. Pretty sure it's in order. I just wonder though if like it's not very balanced. If it's a 2-year plan, that means next year we're basically just in like New Testament. I guess this year we're not reading any New Testament. It is nice to mix up your Bible reading plans every year. It just gives you a fresh pace and a fresh perspective. Cheers to another day. Guess I didn't really vlog today. Status of my nails right now. I don't even know. And I just can't do my nails when I'm climbing. So they are coming off. Today was more like a personal day, I guess. It was really snowy today. So it kind of spent the morning filming my YouTube videos. I just needed to sit down and actually film it. Filming those sit down videos really doesn't take a long time. I actually had pho with Yewon today. She's the friend that I gave the Ana Luisa necklace to. My last vlog, she was in the area. So I got to catch up with her. Just spent the rest of the day with baby girl. Tonight we're actually gonna pack. Like every night we're like, let's pack. But we started watching Ted Lasso. We've been enjoying it. Like it's been such a long time since we've watched a show together. We're just doing so much laundry tonight. I am taking off the day with this Drunk Elephant melting butter cleanser. Probably the most expensive makeup remover I've ever purchased. I'm so used to buying like drugstore products for makeup removers, but this one is actually so good and it doesn't strip my skin. It feels like quite hydrating actually. It almost feels like I'm just rubbing like coconut oil onto my face. It's actually not even 8 o'clock yet, but ever since I started intermittent fasting, there's nothing to do after 7. There's no dessert to be had. There's no snacks to be made. So I just might as well brush my teeth. I'm using Cetaphil. I don't even know if I like it. It just feels like way too mild. It feels like it's not doing anything. I'm still using this Laneige set that I got. Lastly, I don't know if you remember, baby girl started using Lipicar Balm to like help her eczema when she was a newborn. This was just recommended by our pediatrician. So it doesn't squirt up anymore, and I have these like silicone spatulas that I've been using to get the rest of it out. It has now become my lovely moisturizer. Here, finito. Oh yeah, I didn't brush my teeth because I decided I'm gonna have a cup of tea. It is so foggy out. It's 10 a.m. and I already checked off the hardest thing on my to-do list today. I've actually been helping a bunch of friends with different types of logos. So I feel like there's just been a lot of like little things going on in the background. Alex dropped by Whole Foods this morning to pick up a few things for baby girl. Pick up a few snacks for baby girl's plane ride tomorrow. We're just gonna have like a huge stash of food ready to go. I also picked up this lovely scone for me. It's one of my absolute favorites. I started working this morning quite early, and so I feel like now I can kind of take a break, spend some time in the Word, and get my ducks in a row.